must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, nanyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation, as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on today's program. Wherever you are connecting from, if you are joining me from Biafra land, you're joining from Asia, you're joining from Europe, from America, from Australia, I appreciate you and I thank you so much for joining on this very program. Thank you for your patience. For a very long time, I've not been able to have a live broadcast on YouTube due to some certain reasons. But thank God, finally, we are back on YouTube broadcasting live. And I thank everybody that have joined. As you have connected to the program, please kindly share the video on your platform. Share the video any place you belong. Share the video to family and friends. Share the video to those who need to hear us. We will continue to preach this gospel until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, we will continue. We're not going to stop. No matter what they do, we're not going to stop. Today, we are going to speak on a very important issue, the liberation of Biafra. You and I know that we are now in liberation mode. We are now in the liberation mode of Biafra. It is no longer a struggle. It is no longer issue of agitation. It is about liberation. We are in the stage of liberation, and we, the Biafran people, are ready, very much ready to liberate the Biafran people. We are going to do liberation. It has started already. It has started. That is why anywhere you are watching from, any place you are, you must pay attention to things that are happening around you. Mainly those of us who are living in Biafra land, you must pay attention to things that are happening around you. Even if you are not living in Biafra land and you are living in any part of the world, make sure you relate to your people and let them know what is happening in Biafra land. Let them know the stage that we are in. We are in the stage of liberation, and you must have to pay attention to everything that's happening around you. Mainly our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, pay attention. You must have to be security conscious wherever you go, whatever you do, at every given time. This is the time for us to stay awake. There's no time to sleep. There's no time to slumber. There's no time to cry. This is the time for us to take action, and action we must take. It has already started. It has already started. And we are not going back. Remember, just as our spokesperson have said, Master Simon Ekpa, he said it that in 2023, Biafra is going to be restored. And I believe him 101%. That is where we are. Every single one of us today are working towards the restoration of Biafra in 2023. It is going to happen. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. It doesn't matter whether you work for it or don't work. It doesn't matter whether you agree or not. Biafra restoration is going to happen in 2023. That is why you must pay attention to everything that is happening around you. But the most painful thing is that even Biafran people themselves don't seem to understand where we are. They don't seem to believe that Biafra is coming. The Janjaweed know very well that Biafra is coming in 2023. Our enemies are the saboutuers. They know that the Biafra is coming in 2023. That is why they are working harder. That is why they are putting on all their effort. That is why they are throwing everything they have on the net to make sure that they stop the coming of Biafra, because most of them have sworn and say that over their dead body would Biafra come, and they know that the death is at hand. Biafra is for peace. Biafra is for us to have a legitimate life to live. Biafra is for us to have a genuine growth. Biafra is for us to protect ourselves. That is why we are fighting for Biafra. We are asking for a nation called Biafra, not because of the resource control, not because of our resources, not because we are too intelligent, but because it has now become a matter of life and death. That is why Biafran people are fighting every day to protect themselves. And we are going to continue to do that until Biafra is restored. The restoration has started. It has started. It is happening in Biafra land. As you are watching this video, the members of the ESN are doing the needful. People are doing what they're supposed to do. Every single one of us have a responsibility, including you that is watching me. You have a responsibility to restore Biafra. And you have something that Chukwu Okike Abiama have placed in your heart to do. Don't wait. Start doing that. If you know anything that Chukwu Okike Abiama have placed in your heart to do for Biafra to be restored, start doing it. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for anybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself said, if you know what you will do to make Biafra come, go ahead and do it. And while we are pursuing the coming of Biafra by all means possible, it is the coming of Biafra that will grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a genuine freedom, which he wants. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs a genuine freedom. He has said it time and time again. He wants freedom for his own people and freedom for himself. He is not even concerned about himself. He is much concerned about you and I. That is why today they are still holding him in the DSS, because he has refused to reject Biafra. He has continued to stand his ground and said it is either Biafra or nothing, and he's not ready to compromise. With all the gifts they are giving him, with all the price they are placing on him, with all the bribery they are presenting before him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have rejected it all. And they have sworn that they're not going to leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead, they have subjected Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into torture because he has refused all their bribe, all their distraction, all their attack against him. He has rejected everything they have offered to him. They have now resorted to punishing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS. They denied him food. He became sick. They didn't allow him access to his lawyers. They didn't allow him access to his doctors. They never allowed him access to his glasses. They denied him every of his rights. And they continue to hold him in the DSS. You see why you must stand up and fight, and the time is now. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that he was able to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to establish a thing that we're going to follow until Biafra comes. He established the foundation for us. The only thing we need to do is just to follow the foundation. Follow the foundation and you walk into Biafra and nothing else. Follow the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led, you walk into Biafra. When you see these saboteurs, the Department of Saboteurs projecting themselves as the Messiah, projecting their own personal agenda instead of projecting that agenda of the Biafra, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is pursuing. They are now busy promoting themselves. Let me tell you once again, clearly, that there is nobody that is the leader of the Biafran struggle except Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the struggle. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the spokesperson of Biafra. Whatever he says is the mind of the Biafran people. He doesn't say his own word. He doesn't speak his own word. And he is building on the foundation led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not in loggerhead with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Neither is he rubbing shoulders or trying to overtake Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There has never been any history of such. He has said it time and time again that immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released, everything will be handed over to him, including the voice of Biafra that have been established to reach out to Biafra, because the Radio Biafra have been contaminated. Radio Biafra, a platform where we worship, where every Biafran gather to worship. Today they have contaminated it, and we can no longer depending on that. And our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, went ahead with the collective effort of all Biafrans and established the Voice of Biafra. And today we have Voice of Biafra, where we pay attention and hear the real message from Chukwu Abiyama. The real message and the mindset of Master Nnamdi Kanu. It is only in the Voice of Biafra that we can hear it. So if you're in Biafra land, try as much as possible to connect to Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM. From there, you will get the right information. And let me tell you, this is the time for you to pay attention. This is the time for you to pay attention. Information is key. The only way for you to survive the situation that we're going into, the only way that you survive the situation we're going to is for you to pay attention. Pay attention to your surrounding. Pay attention to everything around you. Pay attention to everything happening around you. Most importantly, pay attention to every information that is coming out. It's going to keep you safe. We are getting into the tougher stage. And remember, the more tougher it gets, the more we get to the end. Biafra is going to be restored in 2023. We continue to repeat it and say it. It's left for you to take it or leave it. But we don't want you to be taken unawares. That is why we repeat it time and time again, that Biafra will be restored in 2023. As for those of you who are gallivanting, deceiving themselves, thinking that they are deceiving the Biafran people, because let me tell you, the genuine Biafrans, they know the truth, and the truth have set them free, and they know the focus. We are focusing on our freedom, which is going to come on 2023, and no man gonna stop it. For those of you who are being bought over to continue to distract Biafra people with your so-called Igbo presidency, you know it's a failure, and it's not going to happen in Biafra land. It's not going to happen in Biafra land. There will be no election in Biafra land. It has been said clearly and very, very clear, without missing word. And if you think it's a joke, just wait and see. All advice I'm going to give you is to prepare yourself for tougher days ahead. If you are in Biafra land, prepare yourself. Get necessary things. Those necessary things you know that you require around you. Those things you use on a daily basis, keep it around you, because the time will come when you might not have the opportunity to go to the market. There will be no market for you to go and buy anything. Stock up food for yourself. Stock up materials for yourself. Those necessary things, stock it up for yourself. It is going to help you. And let me tell you, I assure you, it is not going to be like the first war that they fought against us. It's not going to be like Biafra civil war that they brought against us, that we fought for 3 years. It is not going to be like that. There can be no blockade against us, and we are not going to fight for 3 years. It is going to end as fast as possible. That is where we are. The restoration of Biafra has started. It has started. All you need to do is to pay attention to things that are happening around you. Pay attention. Pay attention. The Biafran people have started. We have taken up the challenge upon ourselves. The structure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept in place for the Biafra to be restored, we are making use of every single one of us, every single one of them. And our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is building on every foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led to lead us into Biafra. That is what our brother Simon Ekpa is following. We are not removing, we are not adding. That is what we are following. If you think he's speaking his own word, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not speaking his word. The very first time when Mazi Simon Ekpa told you that he goes to the heart of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take out message and preach to us, so many of us thought it was a joke. So many of us thought that he's just saying it just to entice us. But as time goes on, go and check every single thing our brother Simon Ekpa have been saying and doing since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up to today. If you're a true follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do exact same thing is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do if he's with us. Exact same thing. Exact same thing. The procedure and the state that we are now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started it. He has been telling us that we are going to march. We are going to march. We are going to march. The marching of the Biafra was one of the reasons why they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the saboutuers doesn't want Biafra to come. They want Biafra to continue to be their means of income. They continue to use Biafra agitation as their means of income. Because of that, they do not want Biafra to come. They didn't have the same mindset with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All these saboteurs surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all this while. And when they saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not wait any longer, after crying for 100 men, he pleaded and cried and cried and cried. They saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer waiting for thousands of them who surrounded them with fake information and lies. They went ahead to sell out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he was kidnapped. They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, you see, you don't need to ask questions and say who sold out Mazi Nnamdi. Today, every single one of them that participated in the selling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are coming out gradually. They are showing up their face gradually, including those from his own household, including those who are eating with him, including those who are very close and tight with him. Every one of them, they can't hide their shame anymore. They are fighting hard to see that Mazen Nandekano is not released. Go and see what they are doing and what they have been doing since Mazen Nandekano is kidnapped. So many of them have been silent. They pretend they didn't know what is going on. They pretend they don't know what is happening. They don't know what is going on. But finally, now that they have seen that somebody who is carrying the flag of Mazen Nandekano, who is carrying the agenda of Mazen Nandekano to make sure Biafra is restored, is not joking. They have found out that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a joke. He is not taking Biafra for a joke. Neither is he taking Biafra as a career. No. When they find out that, now they have come out to begin to fight openly against Mazen Nandekano. Every single person who is today preaching against Simon Ekpa, ask him, what have Simon Ekpa done against you? Ask them. Nothing. The only thing Simon Ekpa have done wrong was because Simon Ekpa is pursuing the agenda of Mazen Nandekano to make sure that the will of Mazen Nandekano is being followed. That is why they hate him. Every single person today that come out and speak against autopiloted IPOB, a group formed by Mazen Nandekano himself, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiama, and you see people coming against it, talking trash against it, and you are still doubting who is on the right path and who is not on the right path. Continue to doubt. Continue to doubt. Wherever your doubt leads you to, be ready to pay the price. You've got to be ready to pay the price. It is very clear. It is no longer time for somebody to sit on the fence. It is no longer time to sit on the fence. People who sat on the fence in the days past, all of them lost their life. The people that sat on the fence previously, they lost their life. Remember the Asaba massacre that we're going to celebrate. Remember Asaba massacre celebration coming. And that day is a total lockdown of Biafra land. That Asaba massacre was effective because of people who decided to sit on fence. Those people who lost their life decided to sit in the fence. Instead of them fighting along with their fellow brothers to defend their boundary, they decided to shout one Nigeria. They decided to raise up their hand and shout one Nigeria. Forgetting that anytime a Biafra make a move to save Nigeria, what is going to bring to him or her is death. Anytime any Biafra make a move to fight for the Zoological Republic or to establish anything called one Nigeria, or to say you want to restore Nigeria, any move, time you make that move, you are only bringing death to yourself and to your people. That was how Asaba massacre was effective. If those people who lost their life in Asaba massacre were able to stand with the fellow Biafrans and say they would defend their territory, they will not die the way they were dying. Even if they will lose their life, they will lose their life fighting. They will die like brave people. But today we are remembering Asaba massacre. But look into it properly. These are people who sat on the fence. They sat on the fence. Instead of them, some of them pretended not to be Igbos. In that Asaba massacre, Igbos were there. The Igbos died there. Ijos were among. Efik people were there. All the Biafran tribe lost people in that Asaba massacre. Today, even the Zoological Republic, they are celebrating those who participated in that Asaba massacre. They celebrate them, they give them titles. Every single one of them who participated in that Asaba massacre, they have been celebrated today. But we, the Biafrans, we are the one who are remembering our people that we are lost in that very time. And when we are there, did they lose their life? They lost their life mainly because they decided to sit on the fence. They didn't want to stand with the Biafra. They chose to stand in between. And when the Biafra Nigerian soldiers came, they pretended to be in Nigeria. They shouted and released their hand. They were shouting one Nigeria and crying one Nigeria. They were praising one Nigeria. And they opened fire on them and took their lives. That should be a lesson to every Biafran living today. You shouldn't forget that lesson. The lesson you have to learn from there is that you don't need to sit on the fence, because the Janjaweed know you better than you know yourself. It's just like when we are talking about Biafra, some people say it doesn't concern them. You are not participating in the Biafra issue. You don't share the video of Biafra. It doesn't concern you what happens to Mazen Nandekano. Is that he's dead or alive? You don't care. You see Mazen Nandekano as a troublemaker. You see him as a hindrance. You are standing neutral. Let me tell you, What is going to happen? When it begins to happen, they are not going to ask you. As long as you are from old Southeastern region, you are a Biafran, and they're going to take you out. If you don't know it now, that is more reason why every single Biafran have to put their hand on the deck to make sure that they fight for that. It's a matter of life and death. It's a matter of life and death. Even no matter how you pretend not to be a Biafran, no matter how you pretend, as about massacre that we're about to celebrate in a different form, as the restoration of Biafra is coming, people that lost their life were people who decided to sit on the fence. They pretended not to be Biafrans. But the Janjaweed themselves know they know you better than you know yourself. You can't, it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, including all these politicians. You saw one of those idiots. You saw one of those idiots, one of the northern that used to come and talk. What is that his name? I have one of his videos where he talk. You think he's talking reasonably? Who was complaining about the diversity of Nigeria? Recently, he's the one attacking those of them who are going into politics, telling them, those who are presenting themselves as one Nigerianist, telling them that you people are Biafrans. A full animal from Fulani Caliphate is reminding you that you are a Biafran, that you shouldn't be talking about Nigeria, you are a Biafran, that whatever you are pursuing is a Biafra agenda. And that is what you are supposed to pursue. As a Biafran from the old South, you are supposed to pursue your own agenda. The Fulani Caliphate, they are pursuing Nigeria agenda. That is the agenda with the British. That is their own agenda with British. And you have no business being there. That is why when you see people talking about OBDs, you have no business talking about Nigerian presidency. You're not part of them. You are not part of the deal. No sensible person will be talking about Nigeria election. Nigeria election. You are talking about Igbo presidency. You are not part of that arrangement. You are not part of it. What should concern you should be Biafra. Even the Fulanis have told you that. They have told you that. The man that is projecting himself as your Messiah, they have told him to his face that he should go and face Biafra. Truth is bitter. But one thing you see with the Fulanis, they will tell you to your face what they want to do, and they do it. They will tell it to your face. A Fulani now is reminding a Biafran that you're a Biafran. Asaba massacre was successful because those people decided to sit on the fence. Today, you see some of them making the same mistake. It is still happening, even while we are celebrating and trying to remind them, pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to the environment. They are still sleeping. Today, you see them, they are struggling for pipeline security. They are fighting themselves on who will secure pipeline. Already, they are securing the pipeline for the enemy. They are securing for pipeline for their enemy. A pipeline that brings all the wealth you see in the Zoological Republic, yet in their own zone, they don't even have a landing space. There is no road, no water to drink, no farm, and no benefit at all. No single benefit. No single benefit when you see them claiming Niger Delta this and Niger Delta that. Every money you see federal government giving to the Niger Delta is given to some individuals who continue to push the evil agenda against their own people. Few of them, very few of them. Once they are settled, they forget about every other person. Look at the militants. Simply because they have been given a project now to secure the pipeline for the enemy, they have not forgotten about their own people. They forgot their own people completely. And now what they are focusing now is challenging themselves on how to share that money among themselves and begin to protect the pipeline for the enemy to begin take the wealth outside the country. The Zoological Republic went to Niger Republic and built a refinery. Niger Republic that doesn't have anything to offer to Nigeria, they have nothing to offer. They can be able to build a refinery, and you take oil all the way from Biafra land to go to Niger Republic to refine it, and then buy it from Niger and bring back. Is it an abomination to have a refinery in Biafra land? Is it an abomination to have a refinery in Biafra land? You are not thinking about that. Every war you are waging in your own area today, in that coastal area, is a war you're waging against yourself. You see the governors, each time they talk about illegal bunkering, illegal bunkering, illegal bunkering. That is what they're fighting against themselves. Even when they fight against the people who are doing the illegal mining and illegal whatever refineries, they will not go after those ones that the Fulanis are operating. They will go after the one that their own indigenous are operating. Today, they are fighting over protecting pipeline. Go ahead and continue to fight protecting pipeline. Continue to protect the pipeline for enemy. And you see how you end up. And you see how you end up. Every Biafran have to beware. Time have passed when we begin to, today, it is a matter of life and death. That is why Biafran people have risen up to defend themselves. We can no longer continue to cry. We can't continue to beg. We can't continue to cry and beg all days of our life. A time has come when we have to take our position, and we have done so to restore Biafra. The liberation of Biafra have started in Biafra land. Pay attention. If you are in Biafra land, you must be security conscious. Pay attention to everything that happens around you, left and right. Anything that happened around you, please pay attention. Pay attention, because restoration of Biafra have started. It doesn't matter whether you like it or you don't like it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The ESN, they are doing what they're supposed to do. ESN are doing what they're supposed to do. We cannot continue to fold our hands and allow our life to be taken away from us. We have died enough, and we cannot continue to afford to lose Biafran people, because when Biafra comes, it is human being that will live in Biafra. If we decide to allow them to take our life and continue to take the life of our people, who is going to live in that country called Biafra? Who is going to be there? That is why we are going to protect ourselves. We are going to defend ourselves. During the during the Biafran Civil War, they brought the war upon us, and we are in defense, defending ourselves. But this time, it is not only going to be in defense. We are not going to be fighting the defensive war this time. We are going to go after them. Remember what our Sunni Namazin said: they will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come. It is so sad that even people who are talking about Mazen Nandekano, who make so much noise about Mazen Nandekano, when you see what they are doing, you discover that these people are not the followers of Mazen Nandekano. They were not listening to him. Some of them who claim to have spent years with Mazen Nandekano, even as at that, they don't know him. They don't know him. Because if they know Mazen Nandekano, if those people know Mazen, they will not be talking about election. When our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, said there will be no election in Biafra land, you see people who claim to be followers of Mazen Nandekano standing against Simon Ekpa. Some of them are asking, why must Simon Ekpa say there will be no election in Biafra land? Why must Biafra people say there will be no election in Biafra land? Biafra people are saying there will be no election in Biafra land because that is what we have all agreed. And Mazen Nandekano established that and gave us reasons why we must not participate in the election. We will not continue to legitimize our own death and destruction. No, we will not. Every single one of you know that election doesn't hold in local assembly. All they do is selection. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter your strategy. Already you have seen the revelation coming. You see what Mo Hopuzodoma is doing in Imo State. The video is everywhere. The way Hopuzodoma is manipulating the system, taking other name, taking name of even dead people to put into their machine. Registering dead people from all corners of the world, different kinds of names, including Fulanis in Imo State. And you want to conduct such election to bring a legitimate person to rule. You must be a joker. You must be a joker. That is why we say there will be there's no point deceiving yourself. Remember, if this is not the time to sit on the fence, if you sit on the fence, whatever you see, you take. But I tell you, while you are planning to sit on fence and pretend to be with one Nigeria, let me tell you, remember the Asaba massacre. Remember it. The liberation of Biafra have started. And remember, as our spokesperson said, October 1st is not going to take place in Biafra land. It won't take place. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. All you got to do is to pay attention. Be very, very watchful. Pay attention to the environment. We have nothing to do with their election. Biafrans are gone already. We are gone. And no man born of a woman can stop it. We are gone. We are gone. The liberation have started. And in 2023, Biafra will be liberated. And for some of you who are confused, when we do what we do and we say what we say, some of you will be thinking, where do we get this from? Who told us to do this? Who told us to say? And I always say that every single thing that Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing and pursuing are the foundation led by Mazen Nandekano. Mazi Simon Ekpa is building on the foundation laid by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every single thing he's doing today, he's following what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do if he's with us. And you see some of them, the way they talk, they say we are causing trouble. That when you begin to ask for Biafra, they will not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who told you? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what is he asking for? You have to be asking for what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking if you genuinely love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you want him to be free. The genuine freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the coming of Biafra. Initially, remember when they arrested him in 2015? They arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They gave him bail. After giving him bail, they came back to kill him. Is that what you are planning this time around? You are still planning for them to give him bail and later they will come after him. It will not happen. This time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming fully as a free man, raising the flag of Biafra. He's going to come out fully as a Biafran, raising the flag. And he's not going to attend to any court anywhere. That is what we are fighting for. And that is why we are pursuing, making sure that Biafra comes. In 2023, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be with us and raise the flag. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the struggle. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the spokesperson of the Biafra people. Chukwu Okike Abiama used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to anoint him. Chukwu Okike Abiama used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to anoint him. And today, he's the only one building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And for those of you who are contemplating, those of you Biafran, if you're a Biafran, you are contemplating, maybe Igbo presidency is going to save you. Maybe Peter Obi is going to save you. Maybe I should participate. Maybe we should just try them. Maybe we should do it. I want you to listen to this broadcast of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you're one of us who is saying maybe, listen to this. Maybe you have a change of heart. Maybe you have forgotten. Listen.
They are part of sign agreement. New Nigeria. Let's move for New Nigeria. Me, you talk to me about New Nigeria. You're a madman. A child of Biafra. You're to discuss New Nigeria. Thunder will destroy you and your lineage. These are the idiots. When they're talking, hey, the Fulanis are coming. They are coming here. The Gambari, they are coming. So when I was telling you before, you didn't know. So you did not know before. You were deaf and dumb. When I was telling you before that they are coming, you didn't know. They married that they were coming. Useless set of people. Psychophants. IPOB is consistency personified. We don't change. It doesn't matter what you do. You can write your garbage. You can yap and gossip from now till 2099. That is your business. We don't move an iota. Where we are is where we are. Our agenda is our agenda. We are not shaking. Not to the right, not to the left. Unshakable. Gossip from now till the kingdom come. Unshakable. Indestructible. This movement is indestructible. Not by man. They have not given birth to you to convince me to join New Nigerian movement. A bunch of criminals and bastards everywhere. I am a child of heaven. I'm a child of heaven. I don't engage in all this nonsense. Biafra is my mission. My parents died as soon as Elohim said it is there. Look at it, I've given it to you people. And he called them. Then I move forward and then get Biafra. Nonsense. New Nigerian. Thunder fire all of you.
You heard it. For those of you who are still contemplating and thinking, maybe or maybe not, you heard it directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are a Biafran and you are still thinking, somehow contemplating of anything politics or political solution or whatever, you must be mad. You are not mentally sound. You are not sound. You heard it from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we are consistent. Consistency. That is our watchword. Consistent in our demand. Biafra or nothing. Biafra or nothing. There is no way, nothing else. It's either Biafra or Biafra. Consistency personified, no going back. No matter how you try, no matter whatever, what we want is Biafra. That is our destination. That's our destination. And no man born of a woman can stop it. No man born of a woman can stop it. You have heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From him directly, you heard what he said. So when you see our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, speaking the way he's speaking, telling you that we will not participate in election and there will be no election in Biafra land, and you are taking it for a joke, you better wake up. You better wake up, because there will be no election in Biafra land. The liberation of Biafra have already started. It already started. All you got to do now is to pay attention to your environment. Mainly our brothers and sisters who are in Biafra land, pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to your environment. The liberation have started. You are going to be hearing, you are going to be seeing, even from the enemy, they will be confessing. Already you see them throwing every of their weapon. They know that the coming of Biafra is imminent. That is why today they are throwing all manner of the saboutuers, the departments of saboutuers, they are throwing all manner of missiles. They are even confused this time around. They have decided to bring a strange face to confuse you. It didn't work. They peddle their lies. It didn't work. Now they form a security outfit to attack the legitimate force formed by Mazen Nandekano. Yet, that is a failure, a suicide mission for them. And yet, we are marching on. They have come to confess and say that with all the things they have done, yet the autopiloted IPOB, the original IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwuka Abiyama, is still moving forward. They confess with all the attack against Master Simon Ekpa. How is he still standing and progressing without shaking? It's a mystery to them. It is possible because the hand of Chukwuka Abiyama is there. That is why it is possible. And no man born of a woman can change it. You can't change it, no matter how you try. Keep trying. No matter how you try, you cannot change it. As long as he is standing on the truth, as long as the autopiloted IPB, they are standing on the truth, unless when they deviate from it, if they deviate from the truth, Chukwuka Abiyama will raise another group by himself. Yes, he will. That is why Mazen Nandekano told you that IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, is indestructible. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, we are indestructible. You can't destroy us. You can't. It doesn't matter how you try. It will take you 1 billion years to do that. And how many of you can live 100 years today? So, you see, you can't stop it. You cannot stop it. Mazen Nandekano said that Biafra will definitely, in the last time we saw him, the last statement he gave us, the last charge he gave us, the last time we saw him in court, what did he say? He told us that Biafra will definitely come and no man can stop it. It doesn't matter what they do. He went ahead to tell us that it is our responsibility to protect Biafra people, not to kill them. Mazen Nandekano gave us that charge, that it is our responsibility to protect Biafran people, not to kill them. And today, the only man who is standing, making sure that Biafran people are being protected, is Mazen Simon Ekpa, the spokesperson of Biafra. Those sacked department of saboteurs, what are they doing? Nothing. They are busy gossiping. Even at a critical time, they are gossiping. They are looking for a means to pull themselves down. Shame, they have covered themselves. Their face is covered with shame. They can't handle the shame. So many of them have sworn and said that they will not be alive. And the Biafra they are talking about, the Biafra that every one of us want comes. They don't want to see it. They prefer this, their career agitation. They prefer siphoning money from Biafrans and continue to peddle lies. That's what they prefer. When they saw the game changer, when they saw that today, it is no longer business as usual. A mandate of restoration has been given. Not just given the mandate of restoration, the process has started. The liberation of Biafra has started. And you can see it. It is not the show of propaganda. Don't expect us to begin to show you video and play. We don't want to play. The enemies themselves will confess when the time comes. They are going to confess. Just as Mazen Nandekano said that any man or woman that come to Biafra land to take life, you can never go back with your own life. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location. Even if you are a Biafran and you came to take the life of your fellow Biafran, you will not return alive. You will not return alive. The best thing for you, if you are in the service, if you are in somebody, if you know how you can be able to be fighting for your people, even while you are there, to jeopardize their own activities, go ahead and do it. If you are working in the zoo, any role you know you can play as an insider over there, stay there and do what you have to do to favor your people. Stay there. If you are not brave enough and you can't do anything, you better run for your life, because we are not looking back. We are not looking, we are not stopping. It doesn't matter where you locate, it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what you think you are doing. We are not stopping. The liberation has started already. Wotowoto everywhere. Wotowoto. All you need to do is to pay attention. And I remind you again, pay attention and listen to 97.5 FM if you are in Biafra land. If you are in Biafra, this is the time you must pay attention to every information. Because information is key. It will save your life, save your family, and save people around you. Follow our spokesperson, Master Simon Eber, on Twitter. If you're online, follow him on Twitter. Follow him bomber to bomber. He's always tweeting. Almost every hour, he's always there passing information. Follow him on his broadcast. Anytime he comes on broadcast, follow him. For you to get information on the way forward and what is happening. Go and listen to all the platforms of the autopiloted platforms. Every platform that is autopiloted, go there and listen. That is where you get real information on the way forward and what is happening in Biafra land. It is no longer business as usual. The restoration has started. It is left for you to stay awake and do that which you are supposed to do. Stay awake and do that which you are supposed to do. If you are not awake doing that which you are supposed to do, sorry, whatever happens, you'll be responsible for yourself. You don't have to blame us. Whatever happened to you, you don't have to blame. But for us, Biafran, we will try as much as possible to protect Biafran people. We will try as much as possible to protect as many Biafrans as possible. Yes, we will. That is our responsibility. That is the charge that Mazen Nanakan has given us in his last appearance, to protect Biafrans and not to kill them. Go to Biafra land, you see what Hope Uzodinma is doing. Hope Uzodinma have come openly to declare war against his own people. Hope Uzodinma is openly working for the caliphate against us. And how long shall we continue to fold our hands and continue to complain? They have gone up to the state of using jet. See today, go to the media today, you see, it is so painful that other governors in other parts, even in the southwest, in the Ududua land, you see their governors preparing, equipping their own forces against the enemy, against the aggressor, against the invaders. But in Biafra land, they are equipping themselves against Biafra people, the agitators. In the Ududua land, we have agitators in the Ududua land who are agitating for the Ududua Republic. You have never seen a Amoteku or had a Amoteku killed an Ududua person. It has never happened. But the Ebubak they form is against Biafran people. You have seen protests everywhere in Biafra land against the Ebubak. And yet, these governors, because they are being set up and being placed by the caliphate, if it were to be governors selected by their own people, when the whole southeastern states revolted, protested that they should end the Bubago, what will stop you from ending it? What stopped you from ending it? The whole state came out openly. In Ududua land, have you ever had people protesting? I'm talking about Omoteku to be banned. Have you ever had Omoteku, ban of Omoteku? Have you ever had any protest in Yoruba land where they're saying to ban Omoteku? It cannot happen because people who are there, they are genuine, fighting their genuine cause. Fighting a genuine cause to protect their people. At least we have seen several times where Amoteku confronted the Fulanis, confronted them, arrested their cows, arrested them. We have seen their videos. Since this very Bubago was formed, have you ever had the Bubago arrested the Fulani? Have you ever had that the Bubago went after a single Fulani man? Have you ever had that the Bubago went to rescue somebody who was kidnapped in the hand of the Fulani terrorists? Never. Every news you hear about the Bubago is attack against Biafran people. And all the governors in the southeast are indeed together. They are in these things together, fighting against their own, trying to push the agenda, trying to force the agenda of the caliphate upon the Biafran people. Even when they know that Biafran land is the most peaceful and the most sanitized area you have in that Zoological Republic. And yet, they began to destroy it. They decided to destroy it, pursuing the agenda of their master, pushing forward the agenda of the master. Even when the whole southeast have come and protest and say, end the Bubago, they didn't, because they were serving their own people. Look at what is happening in Anambra State. Look at Anambra State. Anambra State, Soludo today is committing genocide against his own people. You have seen several videos where people were tied at their back and they were killing, and nobody was responding to it. Every governor in Biafra and does the same thing. This same person who is contesting with the president, Peter Obi during his own time. Remember Ezu River? Members of Mossad that were killed in Ezu River. Up to today, no investigation, no account of you. When you challenge him, he will tell you that he wasn't in the country when it happened. You were not in the country. You are the chief secretary of state. You are not in the country. When your people were murdered in cold blood, you came back. What did you do? What was your finding? Ask Peter Obi, what is your finding? What was your finding? Let's assume you're not in town. When you came back, what was your finding? What was the finding? The drunkard that took over from him, the 17, fought against the Biafran struggle and took lives until when Biafran people gave it to him and he couldn't be able to stand it. Today, you see Soludo. Soludo today is committing his own genocide. Soludo today is committing genocide in Biafra land. He couldn't even hide his shame. Soludo came out in national television to tell us that every criminal he has captured since he came to power, that they are all Igbos. That all the kidnappers and troublemakers he has arrested since he came to power, they are all Igbos. Let's take away sentiment apart. How can that be possible? How can you say in a state, in the whole of a state, where you have security outfit, that every people you have arrested are all Igbos? There's no other tribe in it. Is there any truth in that? Nigeria with its diversity, the way people are mixed up, and yet it can be bold to say that. Even when we have seen videos where people are confessing about people that kidnapped them, people who fall into the hand of kidnappers came out and told us the people that kidnapped them. They said it in Anambra State. The people that were kidnapped confessed. Look at the people that kidnapped, look at their tribe, look at where they come from. And yet, Soludo have not deemed it fit to go after those people. Instead, he's busy going after the agitators. When we say he's fighting against agitators, people think it's a joke. But he has come to confirm it. He has come to confirm it by saying that since he came to power, that every single person he have arrested, causing trouble, kidnapping or whatever, that they are all Biafran people alone. You see why you must not put your hand in anything called politics. You must not put your hand in anything called politics. These people don't mean well for you. They don't mean well for you. And when we are asking for Biafra, it's a matter of life and death. We are fighting for our life. It is not out of hatred. We don't hate anybody. We are not asking for Biafra because of our resources. We are not asking for Biafra because we are too intelligent. We are not asking it because of resource control. We are not asking it because of marginalization. We are asking for Biafra because it's a matter of life and death. We have to live a life. We want to be alive. We want to be alive. We want to live and grow in our own speed. That is why we are asking for Biafra. Because the Zoological Republic, we are not part of it. The arrangement in the Zoological Republic doesn't include Biafra. The arrangement doesn't include Biafra. It doesn't include any single one of us, both you that is watching me and those who are shouting. Those who are shouting P2B, the arrangement doesn't include them. And they tend to forget. Recently, one of the northern idiots have come to tell them to their face. He was even preaching to the Christians in the north and telling them the opposite, claiming that the Christians in the north are killed in the southern part of Nigeria everywhere. Where have you seen such? Where had it happened? Let him mention. He couldn't mention, give us date or one instance. He couldn't mention an instances. He couldn't mention one instance. He just said it. And this is how bold they are. They will change it. When you know that the people who are facing death on daily, even after watching the video, they are still killing the Christians in the north. They are still killing Christians in the north as you're watching the video. And then a Fulani man will be bold to come and begin to preach on a stage against the Southerners. And Southerners think it's okay. You think it's just ordinary. You think it's just a normal thing. It is not okay. That should tell you that Nigeria is irredeemable. You can't redeem Nigeria. The whole world is moving forward, trying to grow. Every part of the world today are planning to grow. They are doing things to change effect, to have a better life, to grow in the technology. And you are still here talking about unity. After how many years? After how many years of independence? You are still talking of unity. You have not been able to unify the country. After how many years of independence? More than 100 years, Nigeria came together. More than 100 years, Nigeria was amalgamated together. Up to today, there is still no unity. They are not still one. They are not still one. And that doesn't tell you, that doesn't ring a bell to your ear. More than 100 years, Nigeria has not been able to be a country. And all of a sudden, you think that Peter Obi is the one that is going to make Nigeria a country. That is the most ridiculous thing to think. That Peter Obi will be the one to make Nigeria a country. For more than 100 years, the British tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and they confessed that it is not possible. Your so-called founding fathers came and confessed that it is not possible, that Nigeria is not one. And today, Peter Obi is coming to tell you that he's going to build a new Nigeria. Peter Obi is coming to tell you that you build a new Nigeria, and you're believing. You must be a madman. Listen to what Mazen Nanekano said about new Nigeria. Listen.
They are part of sign agreement. New Nigeria. Let's move to for new Nigeria. Me, you talk to me about new Nigeria. You're a madman. A child of Biafra. You're to discuss new Nigeria. Thunder will kill, destroy you and your lineage. These are the idiots. When the Fulanis are coming, they are coming here. The Gambari, they are coming. So when I was telling you before, you didn't know. So you did not know before. You were deaf and dumb. When I was telling you before that are coming, you didn't know. They married that they were coming. Useless set of people. Psychophants. IPOB is consistency personified. We don't change. It doesn't matter what you do. You can write your garbage. You can yap and gossip from now till 2099. That is your business. We don't move an iota. Where we are is where we are. Our agenda is our agenda. We are not shaking. Not to the right, not to the left. Unshakable. Gossip from now till the kingdom come. Unshakable. Indestructible. This movement is indestructible. Not by man. They have not given birth to you to convince me to join new Nigerian movement. A bunch of criminals and bastards everywhere. I am a child of heaven. I'm a child of heaven. I don't engage in all this nonsense. Biafra is my mission. My parents died as soon as Elohim said it is there. Look at it, I've given it to you people. And he called them. Then I move forward and then get Biafra. Nonsense. New Nigerian. Thunder fire all of you.
Did you hear him? Did you hear our spring Mazen Nanekano what he said? Did you hear what Mazen Nanekano said? When you talk about one Nigeria. When you speak about one Nigeria or a new Nigeria, Mazen Nanekano say, if you're a Biafran and you are talking about a better Nigeria, you are talking about anything Igbo president, you're talking about politics. That is what Mazen Nanekano said. That what we are asking for is Biafra. And we must be consistent. Consistency personified. There's no going back. We cannot change or move an iota from where we are standing. Biafra is all we want and nothing else. And in pursuit for Biafra, we don't have anything to do with any political whatever. Any political agenda, count us out. We're not part of it. The Biafran people are not part of any political movement. They are not part of it. You had Mazen Nanekano straight from his mouth. But yet, with all this information that are with us, you still see some people who are telling you, oh, let us try. Maybe Peter Obi is going to change the thing. Maybe Peter Obi is going to do. Peter Obi do what? What can Peter Obi do? What can Peter Obi do? I'm telling you that from amalgamation up to today, more than 100 years, Nigeria have not found unity. And will never, ever find unity because the diversity in Nigeria is a diversity that brings death. You can never find anything unity. You can't come here. If you can't find it. More than 100 years. The British tried, they couldn't be able to unify people. Your so-called founding father tried, and they confessed that Nigeria cannot, they are not one. I can never be one. And all of a sudden, you are bringing Peter Obi. And you think Peter Obi will now give you a Nigeria that will be one. A joker. That is what you are. Go and check what other governors in the Southeast have done. Every single one that come, they come to kill their people. And if Peter Obi succeed in coming to Asarok, he is going to end up in taking your life and the life of your people. he will kill much more Biafran than Buhari has done. Yes, he will. Peter Obi will kill much more Biafran. Mazen Nanikan himself said it in one of the program that instead of any one of them to go there, let the Janjaweed continue. I'm going to look for that very video and play it. That instead of any one of them that is calling themselves politicians in Biafra land to go there, let the Janjaweed continue. Let them continue. Until when the time comes, when we'll be free. Instead of any of them to go there, let the Janjaweed continue. Until when the time comes, the appointed time by Chukwu Okabe, which has already come. That is why in 2023, no man born of a woman can stop it, because Chukwu Okabe has spoken through our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa. Mazen Nandekano started the move. Mazen Nandekano started the move. Remember what Mazen Nandekano said after the 150 days prayer before they kidnapped him. He said, after that 150 days prayer, we are going to march. So why are you surprised when Mazen Simon Ekpa is telling you that 2023, Biafra must come? Why are you surprised? You are only surprised because some of you knew very well that Mazen Nandekano wasn't joking. And now that you have seen somebody who is building on that foundation, making sure that the word of that word come to pass, you are restless. You are restless because you feel when Biafra comes, you cannot get your Nzama anymore. When Biafra comes, your career will die. When Biafra comes, you can no longer see, you can no longer be relevant. When Biafra comes, people will not be lining up in your domo to beg you for money anymore. When Biafra comes, people will not be begging you for food anymore. That is why you are concerned and you are talking trash and crying foul everywhere. But we must continue. No man born of a woman can stop it. Today, the liberation of Biafra has started. It has started. All you got to do, be security conscious if you're in Biafra land. Pay attention around you and listen to the broadcasters. Autopiloted broadcasters, groups autopiloted by Chukwu Okabe, under the spokesperson of Mazen Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazen Nandekano. That is where we stand. And that is the only place you can find the truth. If you're in Biafra land, listen to Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM, any place you are in Biafra land. Pay attention. Information is key. If you have the information, you're going to be safe and you will stay alive. Pay attention. When you hear sit at home because the angel of death is moving. Each time you hear sit at home, sit your butt at home, the angel of death is at work. And they are taking vengeance, an eye for an eye. Wotowoto everywhere. Wotowoto everywhere. Remember what Mazen Nandekano said. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you say. Believe it or you don't believe it. Agree or you don't agree. Support it or you don't support it. You can't stop it. Biafra will definitely come. That is something I say. If you like, fight for Mazen Nandekano, don't fight for him. Mazen Nandekano will definitely be released. Even Chukwu Okabe can use the enemy of Mazen Nandekano to release him. You see why we must not be joking. That is why I thank Chukwu Okabe, who used Mazen Nandekano to anoint somebody like Mazen Simon Ekpa. And today, Mazen Simon Ekpa is not looking left or right. He's moving forward. Forward ever and backward never. And no amount of distraction can distract him. No amount of blackmail can make him stop. No amount of lie and propaganda can push him back. The more you attack him, the more he moves forward. Go and check. Every single platform that is attacking him today, they are all down. They are all down. Every single platform that attack him, they're all down. But go and look at his platform. Look at the progress he's making in his platform. Doesn't that speak volume? Of course that speaks volume. Only a madman will be contesting with his gods. Whoever Chukwu Okabe have anointed, you dare not touch him. That is why when you hear, touch not my anointed, I do my prophet no harm. I always tell you that that message is not only for your pastors and GO. Even some of your pastors and GOs don't merit that word. They don't merit it. When you hear, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm, it is not just for your pastors and the GOs. There are some of your pastors and GOs who don't merit that very word. And there are some ordinary people who are anointed from their mother's womb. Anointed by Chukwu Okabe, not by man. Most of your pastors are anointed by men. They are crowned by men. But there are people who Chukwu Okabe are anointed from their mother's womb. And those are the people that Mazen Nandekano was calling upon, which he spoke boldly. He said, people who are anointed from their mother's womb to go and pursue the struggle of Biafra. And they should come forward. Those are the people he was looking for, the 100 men. And I tell you, today those men are out, more than 100 of them. More than 100 of them. That is why we are not waiting. We are not delaying anymore. That is why we are moving with speed to restore Biafra. We are moving with speed to restore Biafra. And Mazen Nandekano, we join out and raise the flag. We cannot afford to allow, say, bring him out tomorrow, he go and stay in the court and begin to answer to who? To who? We know when we talk about freedom, we know what freedom means. When we are talking about freedom, we know what we mean by freedom. And we're going to pursue our freedom to the last. No man is going to stop it. No woman is going to stop it. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter your propaganda. It doesn't matter the angle you're coming from. You cannot stop a moving train. You can't stop a moving train. We must continue until Biafra come. And even after Biafra have come, we will continue to speak and continue to sensitize our people. We are going to be victorious. It doesn't matter. I don't care what anybody think or what anybody say. The saboteurs can continue to do. You see why? That is one of the things that we tell you that Biafra is coming. One of the things that's going to show you the kind of force, the kind of attack they are bringing. We show you that these people, they know that they have but a little time. You see the way Satan attack people. When Satan launches the attack, he only comes to kill, to destroy, because he knows he has only but a little chance. Only but a little chance. That is what the saboteurs and the Indestructibility is doing today, to kill and to destroy. The kind of destruction they are bringing in Biafra land. Look at properties of people being destroyed for no just cause. A whole market burned. A whole market burned down, and the governor boldly come out and begin to defend it and say he saw a place where they were producing they have stuff for producing fertilizer for producing IEDs. How many times have you heard that the IEDs were planted in Biafra land and it exploded anywhere? How many times have you heard such? Have you ever heard that a bomb was planted anywhere by Biafrans in Biafra land and exploded? And the Hopus of them boldly, shamelessly came out and began to say why they destroy the market in the Hito bomber. Then why they saw that market was because that was the place where they were stocking up things for the material they used to build bomb back there. How many times have you heard about bomb explosion in Biafra land caused by Biafran people? How many times? These are evil men that we are dealing with. We have come to kill and to destroy, and that's all. We are dealing with evil men. But in the northern part of Nigeria, where the terrorists are operating in broad daylight, in northern part of Nigeria, where the terrorists are operating, but where the governor have come to tell us that terrorists are even settling dispute, terrorists are having checkpoints, terrorists are even officiating in so many things, terrorists are serving the people, terrorists are even settling disputes, terrorists are arresting people and giving to them. In that very area, they know the terrorists, they have seen them, they see them chop up people's head, yet there has never been any jet flying over them. There has never been any attack against them. There have never been anything raised against them. But instead, the legitimate Biafrans who are genuinely fighting a righteous cause, those are the people that they are fighting against. Attack against them from all corners, from all angles. People are attacking. But in the northern part of Nigeria, they are protecting their own terrorists. They are even protecting it. I have never seen any government not calling for the military to come and bomb any area. It has never happened. In the northern part of Nigeria. It has never happened. In a place where we know very well that terrorists have taken over some areas. Terrorists have taken over major parts of the north. Yet we never see any aircraft flying anywhere to go and bomb them. They attack the train. They attack the international airport. They attack so many important places. They attack the naval base and military barracks. They attack the NDA. And yet, we didn't hear any major operation over there. But in Biafra land, simply because of people who are asking for the legitimate right, self-determination, which is a right supported by international law, supported by African standard law. Self-determination is supported by even Nigerian law itself. And yet, you are attacking your people, killing them because they are asking for self-determination. We are not slowing down anymore. We are moving forward. That is why you see this cap I'm wearing. You see the way I place it. We are on the move. That is why I put it in the front. When you see it in the front, it has a meaning. We are not stopping. We are going to move with every speed that we have. Every speed. Don't tell anybody to slow down. Just like Master Samaneka has said, he's not slowing down. Some of you who is thinking that Master Samaneka he's not even fast enough the way Biafrans want it. He's not even fast enough. He's even slow. And we are going home. 2023. No man born of a woman can study. Chukwuka has signed it and sealed it. And we must go home in 2023. What you have to do today is anything you know you can do. To support the ESN, the fundraising is going to come on 1st October. October 1st. Remember, we are not celebrating October 1st. That day is a total lockdown. As the liberation of Biafra has started, that day is a total lockdown. It's going to be a major sit at home in Biafra land, October 1st. And that day, we are going to have our fundraising, ESN fundraising. So any place you are, while the ESN are on the ground doing the needful, you have to support them. Support by all means possible, because this time around, a lot of things are happening. And they need your support. The defense they are going to use, every granite they are throwing on the ground is being bought. Granite is not being dashed. Go and check the cost of each granite that they take away. Then when you watch the terrorists and the thing they are coming with, then you weigh it and know what we are pursuing. Support the ESN. The fundraising is coming. I've posted the flyer on my page, which I'm going to broadcast later. After this broadcast, I'm going to my page to broadcast again. I posted the fundraising there. Prepare yourself. Don't even wait until the fundraising. The link for you to make your donation is there. Don't wait until the day of fundraising. You can go to that very link and make your donation. Write your name in gold. This is the time for us to protect ourselves and our families. Write your name in gold. If you are being blessed, if you're one of those that Chukwuka have placed the wealth in your hand to restore Biafra through your wealth, go ahead. So many of us are playing our roles on different forms. As you are watching this video and you are sharing, you are doing something. When you watch video of the auto-piloted group who are passing the right information and you share it and make it go viral, you are equally doing something. You are doing something. If you are financially fit and you know you are one of those that Chukwuka have placed the finance in their hand to support the Biafra, go. Don't wait. Stop waiting. Stop waiting unless you want something else to happen. Stop waiting. Support the ESN. These are volunteers. Volunteers who have given their own life for you. They gave their life to make sure they define you and I, to make sure that we have a home to return to. We cannot leave them alone. We have to provide for them. We have to give them at least the equipment they need to fight for you and I. Prepare for the fundraising as it's coming. And most importantly, pay attention to information. Information is key at this critical point in time. Information is key. And if you are in Biafra land, you must be security conscious. Any place you go, this is not the time to walk about unnecessarily. When you don't have something important to do outside, stay at home. Pay attention to your neighbors. Pay attention around you. Pay attention to everything happening around you. At the time that we are in, it is no longer time to play or joke. We are going to fight until the last man standing, and Biafra will restore. No man born of a woman can stop it. It is going to be a terrible time, a difficult time, but at the end, we will win. At the end, there is no doubt about whether we are going to win. But for you to be among the winners who will celebrate, pay attention to information. It's going to help you to be alive. It's going to help you to stay safe. Support the ESN the best way you can. Support them. When you hear sit at home, sit at home. You hear move, you move. You hear sit, sit. It is for your own benefit. It's for your own benefit. Don't listen to distractors. A lot of distraction is going to come. More distractions are going to come. You have seen this. They have seen that the issue of Obi is not moving the Biafrans anymore. They have seen that the issue of Obi is a dead one. It's not moving again. They are going to bring more. More distraction is going to come. You are going to see more distraction. Wait, their campaign is going to start very soon. But their campaign is not. It's not going to be in Biafra land. Any attempt of any campaign is not going to happen in Biafra land. Wait, I say the liberation of Biafra has started. Put your ears on the ground. Put your ears on. If you don't have eyes, at least you have ears to hear. If you cannot hear, at least you can see. Watch, you will see. You're going to see. We don't play propaganda. It's not time to begin to share video to please you or to make you happy. No. The enemies will confess by themselves. Wotowoto everywhere, all angles. It is happening. As you're watching the video, it is happening. It is happening as you're watching the video. We must defend ourselves. We have died enough. They have taken a lot of our brothers and sisters. Many members of IPOB are still languishing in jail today for committing no crime. For committing no crime, they smoke their life away from them. Some have been placed in jail. For committing no crime, they don't even take them to court. They are in detention today. So many Biafrans, in several detentions, some of them have been forgotten. In the north, they took them to several places. Some have been killed, their organs harvested. This is what is happening in Biafra land. They take the life of Biafran people and they harvest their organs. This is what is happening against Biafran people. There are so many evidences to show. The videos are everywhere. I can't play some of the videos here. The videos are everywhere. Go to social media, just type in, you're going to see so many videos of the evidence of what you're saying. It's not a propaganda, not to blackmail anybody. We have died enough. A lot of us are in prison. A lot of us have lost our own life. Today, our Supreme Damazin Nandekano is facing death. He's almost facing death. But Chukwu Okeke Abiama, if not for Chukwu Okeke Abiama, do you think Damazin Nandekano will be alive? Do you think that he has risked his own life, put his own life on the line as you're watching the video? They are torturing him as you're watching this video. Damazin Nandekano is still under solitary confinement. With his condition, they still don't have to pay attention. They don't give him any doctor. No doctor to take care of him. They don't even feed him well. They don't feed him well. Let alone sleeping. This is a man who has given it all for you and I, just to make sure that we have our life. And all you got to do is to be talking against him. All you got to do is to begin to push propaganda. All you got to do is when they say sit at home, you say, why must you sit at home? All you have to do is to complain. Support the ESN, you complain. Sit at home, you complain. You think it is no longer a career movement. It is not like a career movement before. When you support, you pay money and you will never see anything. Today, every single dollar you submit, you donate to ESN, you will see the effect on the ground. Every single dollar you donate to ESN, you will see the effect on the ground. All you need to do is to pay attention and watch what is going on. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect every single one of you who has supported this program. I have shared. Everybody that has shared this program, I say, may Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect you and secure you. You are going to live to see Biafra. You will not lose your life. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect every Biafran all over the world. Any place you are watching me, Chukwu Okeke Abiama will protect you. You are going to see Biafra. Not only see Biafra, you are going to witness Biafra and you will raise the flag of Biafra with Mazen Nandekano. If you are in Biafra land and you're Biafra, Chukwu Okeke Abiama will protect you. No weapon of the enemy will attack you. No weapon of the enemy will get hold of you. You are an Oduduwa person and you are watching. Any place you are in Oduduwa land, you'll be secure. You will see Oduduwa and witness Oduduwa. If you're from the Middle Belt, you will see your freedom. Anybody that is watching and you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you must see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect our brother Simon Ekpa. Secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. No weapon of the enemy will attack him. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect our supreme leader Mazen Nandekano. Secure him. No poison in his body will work. Every poison they have injected in the body of Mazen Nandekano, Chukwu Okeke Abiama will send doctors spiritually to continue to heal him and minister to him. Anything that have placed in his body, Chukwu Okeke Abiama will remove it. No weapon of the enemy will have effect in the body of Mazen Nandekano. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama continue to secure him, continue to protect him, continue to increase him, continue to give him more long life in the land of the living. Mazen Nandekano will be alive and raise the flag of Biafra with us in 2023. Nothing is going to happen to him. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember, if you have time, join me on my page. I'm going to be progressing on my page in the next few hours. I will be there. And I will be back tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okeke Abiama. I will be trying to broadcast on daily basis. Tomorrow I'm going to be here. So join me if you are free. Thank you. And remember, see you tomorrow.